Hi mathematicians, this is Mrs. Shopper coming back with you some more information about combining like terms, distributing, simplifying. This skill is such an important skill in what we're doing this week and throughout the whole year. So we're going to spend a fair amount of time working on this. It's important that we understand it and that we can apply it throughout the year. So keep that in mind as we're going through. We're doing a lot of practice. We're spending a total of 6 days on this so we make sure that we really understand it and we're really doing well with it. So, few vocabulary words I want to get to you. Coefficient, that is the number multiplied by the variable. So for example, 3 is the coefficient because 3 times r. Or 7 is the coefficient because of 7 times x squared. A constant is a number without a variable. It's a number without a variable. So like 2, 3, those are constants. Like terms have the same variable raised to the same power. Like terms can be combined, and that's what we talked about on Friday last week. Like terms. So for example, 5x and negative 2x are like terms because they both have x's. 7x squared and 7x are not like terms because one's raised to the second power and one is not. So they are not like terms. Simplify means to get rid of the parentheses and combine like terms. So we're taking the 2 skills we worked on last week and we're putting them together to simplify. So simplify means to get rid of the parentheses, that's what we do when we distribute, and combine like terms. Put all of our things together. So when we simplify, there's 3 steps. Add up, distribute, add like terms. Now one little caveat with add up. I know that last year that you did a lot of add up and you were really encouraged to do that, and if that works for you, I want you to keep doing it. If it is something that didn't really work for you all the time, or you can do the simplification without add up, then that's fine too. Pick your strategy. I'm not one who add ups a lot, but I didn't really learn that way. So that kind of fits. So do what works for you. I'll show you with it, but again, there's not only one way to simplify everything. So let's look at number 1. We're going to start by getting rid of the parentheses, which is distributing. So we've got 5 plus 6, I'm going to write this as a step. 5 plus 3 times 2x plus 3 times 10. I lost my purple. And then I've got 5 plus 3 times 2x is 6x plus 3 times 10 is 30. And then I can combine like terms. So 5 and 30 are like terms. And plus 6x is all by itself. And what I'm using is, Ms. Knudsen had a really good idea to use different colors so you can see which ones are like terms. So when I look at this, I combine the red, so 5 and 30 is 35 plus 6x. That is the simplified form. I'm getting rid of the parentheses and I'm putting all of the same terms together. Number 2, if you want to add up, that's great. You pick what works. I'll I'll evaluate this one using add up. So 4 times 5 plus 4 times negative x plus negative 2x. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 4 times negative x is negative 4x plus negative 2x. I'm going to get out my different colors. Negative 2x and negative 4x are like terms, and 20 is its own term. Negative 4 plus negative 2, when you add two negatives together, the answer stays negative. So negative 6x plus 20. Here we go, next one. 3 minus 2 times the quantity 4 plus x1. Okay, if you were kind of tuning out a little bit, I need you back in right here, okay? When you see this, the distributing goes before the subtraction. Did you hear that? The distributing goes before the subtraction because multiplication occurs before subtraction in order of operations. So I'm going to add up and I'm going to distribute first. We sometimes get in this routine of going left to right and make mistakes on this. You want to distribute first, okay? So I've got 3 plus negative 2 times 4 plus negative 2 times x. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Plus negative 2 times x is negative 2x. So 3 plus negative 8 plus negative 2x. 3 and negative 8 go together. I forgot my plus sign here. Did you notice that? And then negative 2x is its own group. So we have 3 plus negative 8. There are more negatives, 5 more negatives, so negative 5 plus negative 2x. By the way, you could also write it as negative 5 minus 2x. That's okay too. That doesn't matter a whole lot to me. You can pick, we got some flexibility with that. All right, number 4. Again, we want to distribute first. Negative 3 times 2w plus negative 3 times 4 plus w. So negative 6w plus negative 12 plus w. Yeah, because these all multiply. So negative 6w and positive w, they go together. Negative 12 is its own little group. Now in this w, when I don't see a number in front of it, it means there's a 1. Because there's a property called the identity property of multiplication, which means anything times 1 is itself. You've known that, right? Since you started your times table, and you always liked the times 1 because you knew it was the same number. The name for that is the identity property, and that's why we don't have to have a 1 here. I think students do find it easier to put a 1 in because now you're looking at negative 6 plus 1. And negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5w plus negative 12. Here it is. Okay. Looking at number 5. This one looks a little different too. So again, if you were kind of tuning out, tune back in. This is another one of those that's a little bit different. We don't see anything. There's no number here. It's different. If there's no number there, I want you to sneak a 1 in. Again, for the same reason that we put a 1 over there. Anything times 1 is itself. So negative 1 right there. So negative 1 times 8, e. And if you want to add up, you can. Plus negative 1 times negative 5 plus 4e. Negative 1 times 8e is negative 8e plus 5 plus 4e. Now we can go ahead and combine our like terms. Negative 8e plus 4e and plus 5. Negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4e plus 5. And there we go. So today you're going to work on one of the mazes that's posted. Tomorrow there'll be another video, again, working on these types of problems to really focus on how do we do it that repetition is good. If you need to rewatch the video, rewatch the video. If you need to message us with a question, message us for a question. If you're in class, make sure you're asking questions. Check your answers. Is what you're getting the same as what's on the answer key? All right, check in if you've got questions. We want to really do well on this process. So thank you for coming, and mathematicians, we'll see you next time.